My name's Mike, I'm fluent with the new shit, I'm doing it all night. I like what I do what I like. I could quit and get it back like I'm riding a bike. Like stop, bring it back. We got that balance keeping us on track that you get when you're moving quick with no slow. You stare like you don't care, but you do though. I know, you really must be so lonely, puffed up like you're tough but so phony. You and your boys, you don't know me, you really wanna hold me, show me, homie. Tough talk doesn't mean a thing, get over yourself. You know when we're up in the scene, it's machine shop rocking when we step inside. And we got everybody everybody's so petrified. Yeah,
forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. Put your name to shame, cover up the face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, you just won't last. You love the way I look at you,
while taking pleasure in the awful things you put me through.
you take away
If I give in,
you have to think you're never wrong. You did what you could. You have to act like you're someone. You did what you could. Someone to act like you. You did what you could. I share what you've been through. You did what you could. You love the things I say I do, the way I hurt myself again just to get back at you. You take away when I give in. You have to think you're never wrong. You did what you could. You have to act like you're someone. You did what you could. Someone to act like you. You did what you could. I share what you've been through. You did what you could. Big game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. Put your name to shame, cover up your face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, you just won't last. Forfeit your game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. Put your name to shame, cover up your face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, you just won't last. You like to think you're never wrong. You did what you could. You have to act like you're someone. You did what you could. Someone to act like you. You did what you could. I share what you've been through. You did what you could. You like to think you're never wrong. The game. You did what you could. You have to act like you're someone. The game. You did what you could. Someone to act like you. The game. You did what you could. I share what you've been through. You did what you could. They're dangerous, bitch. I can't really hang with us in this. Everybody's so afraid of us, shit. Makes me wanna hang it up and quit. Get about all the things you heard before. Now time that we're kicking down your door. Everybody's gonna hit the fucking flow. Please, Mike, don't hurt me anymore. I don't gotta have a secret lie on alibi. Everybody knows why I'm here. I'm just so crack the bottle, let's crack you over the head with the bottle of beer. So just listen up there, crowd of puff. Better believe that I'm not playing. You can love it, you can hate, but don't mistake it. Everybody, don't mistake it. Everybody, don't mistake it. Everybody say it. Just the sake of being with you.
Everything falls apart, even the people who never frown eventually break down.
The sacrifice of fighting in the light.
Everything has to end, you'll soon find we're out of time left to watch it all unwind.
The sacrifice is never knowing why I never walked away, why I played myself this way. Now I see you're testing me, pushes me away. Why I never walked away, why I played myself this way. Now I see you're testing me, pushes me away. I've tried like you to do everything you wanted to. This is the last time I'll take the blame for the sake of being with you.
Everything falls apart, even the people who never frown eventually break down.
The sacrifice of hiding in the
Everything
light.
has to end, you'll soon find we're out of time left to watch it all
The
unwind.
sacrifice is never knowing why I never walked away, why I played myself this way. Now I see you're testing me, pushes me away. Why I never walked away, why I played myself this way. Now I see you're testing me, pushes me away.
We're all out of time, this is how we find how it all unwinds.
The sacrifice of hiding in the light.
We're all out of time, this is how we find how it all unwinds.
The sacrifice is never knowing why I never walked away, why I played myself this way. Now I see you're testing me, pushes me away. Why I never walked away, why I played myself this way. Now I see you're testing me, pushes me away. Pushes me away. Still so blind to me. My psychology's failing miserably. It's so hard to be left all alone. Telling you is the only chance for me. There's nothing left but to turn and face it. When I look into your eyes, there's nothing there to see. Nothing but my own mistakes staring back at me, asking why. The sacrifice of fighting in the light.
I've been digging in the crates ever since I was living in space. Before the rat race, before monkeys had human traits. I mastered numerology and Big Bang theology. Performed lobotomies with telekinetic psychology. Invented the mic so I could start blessing it. Chin checking kids to make my point like an impressionist. Many men have tried to shake us, but I twist my chords in double helixes and show them what I'm made of. I buckle these like leg braces. Cast a spell of instrumentalness on all of you MCs who hate us. You can try on, leave you without a shoulder to cry on. From now to infinity, let icons be bygones. I firebomb, ghostly notes haunt this. I tried threats, but moved on to a promise. I stop with or without an accomplice and run the gauntlet with whoever that wants this. Voltage, high voltage, high voltage, high voltage, high voltage. The unforgettable sound, bringing you up and taking you down, coming at you from every side, making the rhythm and rhyme collide.
Cash rules everything around me. Bring it, the money, dollar bill, yo.
I put a kick in the backbones of clones with microphones. Never satisfy my rhyme tones. Spraying bright day over what you might say. My blood type's Krylon, Technicolor type A. On highways, bright with road rage. Pages of wind and cages of tin that bounce all around. Surround sound, devouring the scene. Subliminal gangrene paintings over all the same things. Sing song, karaoke, copy bullshit. Break bones verbally with sticks and stone tactics. Fourth dimension, combat convention. Write rhymes at each while the track stands at attention. Meant to put you away with the pencil, pistol official. 16 line, the rhyme missile. While you risk your all, I pick out all your flaws. Spitting raw, blah, blah, blah. You could say you saw.
The unforgettable sound, bringing you up and taking you down, coming at you from every side, making the rhythm and rhyme collide. The unforgettable sound, bringing you up and taking you down, coming at you from every side.
Let's go, yo. These people are running off at the mouth, trying to convince me that I'm running on empty, trying to convince themselves that their record with Jay was a fluke, that the record that I'm making is a mistake, and I can't take this. Let me tell you where I'm at with this. You bastards are gonna have to take back that shit. I'm not plastic and fake. When I make tracks, I take facts and lay them out for the masses. You assholes are gonna see soon that I'm not playing and start asking me the names that I'm not saying. But I'm trying to be bigger than the bickering, bigger than the petty name calling, under the breath talking, rumors and labels and categorization. I'm like a struggling doctor, no patience. But you can say what you want about me, keep talking while I'm walking away.
You can say what you have to say, 'cause my mind's made up anyway. I'm taking the high road, going above you. This is the last time that I'm gonna trust you. You can say what you have to say, 'cause my mind's made up anyway. All that bullshit you talk might work a lot, but it's not gonna work today.
You people are running off the mouth, trying to make me take myself off safety, trying to make my friends turn their backs on the team we built, building up some mistaken information, and I can't take this. Let me spell it out plain for you. Angry groups complain lying about the things we do. I'm not changing direction, I'm stepping my game up, maintaining my name same way that I came up. You're gonna see that I'm not playing and start asking me the names that I'm not saying. But I'm trying not to mention the names of people who wanna siphon attention. You like the hype, but pretending you're part of the picture won't pass. You're like a high school dropout, no class. And you can say what you want about me, keep talking while I'm walking away.
Bitch, you can say what you have to say, 'cause my mind's made up anyway. I'm taking the hard road, going above you. This is the last time that I'm gonna trust you. You can say what you have to say, 'cause my mind's made up anyway. All that bullshit you talk might work a lot, but it's not gonna work today. Why does it always have to be somebody's always watching me? All I really need is some room to breathe. Breathe. Is anybody out there listening? 'Cause I can't stand
People only wanted to talk to spit on me, so I paint pictures and draw a little bit. And every time I was pissed off at some kid, and over time people started to see the pictures that I made a lot of sense to me, but it never even really made much of a difference. They still talk shit, but not at close distance, and that sucked, cause all I wanted to have was just a little attention, whether good or bad. But over time I got sick of trying, I kept making the pictures and kept drawing lines. No matter what you think you did wrong, man, everybody knows she had to go all along. Man, everybody knows, no matter what you think you did wrong, man, everybody knows she had to go all along. Man, everybody knows, no matter what you think you did wrong, she had to go all along. No matter what you think you did wrong, she had to go all along. No matter what you think you did wrong, she had to go all along. No matter what you think you did wrong, everybody knows she had to go all along. Everybody
so tired.
stealing second after second just cause I know I can. But I can't pretend this is the way it'll stay. I'm just
trying to bend the truth.
I can't pretend I'm who you want me to be, so I'm
lying my way from you.
no turning back now.
I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go.
No turning back now.
Let me take back my life. I'd rather make all alone.
No turning back now.
Anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say
No turning back now.
the very worst part of you is me.
I remember what they taught to me. Remember condescending talk of who I ought to be. Remember listening to all of that and this again. So I pretended up a person who was fitting in. And now you think this person really is me. And I'm
Trying to bend the truth.
the more I push, the more I'm pulling away. Cause I'm
Lying my way from you.
no turning back now.
I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go.
No turning back now.
Let me take back my life. I'd rather make all alone.
No turning back now.
Anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say
No turning back now.
the very worst part of you. The very worst part of you. Yes,
This isn't what I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. This isn't what I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. This isn't what I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. This isn't what I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. No turning back now.
I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go.
No turning back now.
Let me take back my life. I'd rather make all alone.
No turning back now.
Anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say
No turning back now.
the very worst part of you. The very worst part of you is me.
It starts with
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard
And got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard.
And got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I trusted you too well. Sometimes I just feel like screaming at myself. Sometimes I'm in disbelief, I didn't know